Street Fighter V has been a much anticipated game for a long time now. Ever since its announcement, the hype has been unreal. Street Fighter 4 was a massive success among casual gamers and hardcore gamers alike. It's been too long since we've seen another Street Fighter game, and Street Fighter V doesn't fail to impress. I think what a lot of people were dreading about this game was that it was going to be a copy and paste Street Fighter 4 with a new paint job, but fortunately, it doesn't feel like that at all. In fact, it offers a whole new experience, while staying true to the franchise and the old fundamentals of the game. Not only is this game one of the most graphically impressive games I've seen all year, but each and every character feels new and unique. Even classic characters like Ryu and Ken, especially Ken. Something Street Fighter V has done very well is that it really draws you in with its cast of characters. I really wanted to go back and learn every character, and I feel that's something that's pretty difficult to accomplish when making a fighting game. As of writing, there's 16 playable characters, including 4 new pretty interesting characters, with more to come in the near future, as well as characters you'll be able to eventually buy with in-game fight money. Street Fighter V has also introduced a few new mechanics. First, the V-skill, which replaced the focus attacks from Street Fighter 4. By pressing medium punch and kick at the same time, you unlock a unique action for every character. For example, Nikoli does a ground pound stomp attack, and Nash is able to parry and pocket fireballs and energy attacks to charge up his V-gauge, which you normally fill up by taking damage. You fill up your V-gauge to unlock your V-trigger, which is also unique for every character. For Ryu, he unlocks his Denjin state, and he's able to use his Denjin Hadouken. Bison does his double teleport attack thing, and it's pretty damn awesome. And Nikoli goes Super Saiyan, which is even better. Another thing about this game is you don't have to sit down for hours to learn every single move in the books to enjoy it. Of course, that option is always there if you're more into competitive playing, and trust me, you're going to need it if you want to play online in the ranked matches, because some of those people will absolutely annihilate you before you can even throw your first punch. But you can still be the worst person and button mash your way through the game. That all being said, Street Fighter V isn't without its flaws, and the biggest flaw about this game is its lack of solo content. Now, Capcom have said they're going to add more content in the future, but this just brings me to my next point. The game doesn't even feel finished yet. It's a full price game, it feels like it's half done. The game does have a story mode for each character that offers 3 or 4 fights depending on the person you're playing as, and it's mostly based on their backstory, but for the most part this seemed pretty mediocre, and by the end of it I was left sitting there like, is that it? Don't get me wrong, I do like the story of Street Fighter, but these were just pretty generic. On top of that, you can't even gain access to any of the costumes you have unlocked by finishing the story modes, and if you pre-ordered the game and got exclusive costumes, you can't even get them because the shop is locked. It also has a new survival mode, where you fight until you die. You don't regenerate health for each stage, but you can spend the points you earn on different amounts of health and power-ups, stuff like that. And I guess this was supposed to replace the arcade mode, which I don't really feel like was a good move on Capcom. Although it's a fun mode to play, I much preferred the arcade mode. If you're a bit more of a hardcore gamer, or you just want to play online, level up and verse people in online matches, then the game is great, almost perfect even. With its growing community and its quick way to throw into matches, what can't you love? Although, as of writing, you're only able to have one other person in the lounge or lobby with you. Capcom have said they plan to fix this, but it's still a pretty big disappointment. For people that are more interested in playing the game casually, there is the option of casual online matches, but some people just prefer the solo matches, and others might just not have very good internet connection. And if that's the case, there really isn't much to keep you entertained for more than a few hours. This all being said, Capcom have said they plan to release a free main story mode, which Street Fighter games have never really had before, and I'm personally really excited to see how it plays out. But that just brings us back to the point that the game feels very bare bone. Capcom are pretty infamous for this, so it's kinda expected. To be honest with you, I really feel like Street Fighter V gets away with its lack of solo content. It's just how good the game feels and looks, and I suppose it makes sense to release free DLC throughout the year, because it makes you want to keep coming back. It's just disappointing that Capcom had to leave out as much as they did. All in all, I love this game. A lot of people really seem to be enjoying it as well, and keep in mind that this is a review of the game when it was first released, so there's so much more to come.